My name is Jackson Deitch, and I decided to do my presentation on a career outlook as a certified management accountant. It's how I became interested in this topic. My whole life, I've never known what career I wanted to go into. I've had ideas at times, but I've never been set on anything. Going into my freshman year of college, I thought I was going to go into physical therapy because senior year of high school, I had to go through it. I saw the lifestyle they had, searched up their salaries, and thought it would be good for me. After going through a bunch of science classes my freshman year, I decided that it was not for me and out of the picture. Then I started coaching basketball and thought that teaching was the right move for me. I asked some of my former teachers if they'd recommend going into teaching, and they said no, so that was out of the picture too. Then last semester, I had a managerial accounting class, and halfway through the semester, I realized that it was something I enjoyed to do, and I wasn't too bad at it. So I went to a career night for accounting that Macomb had and listened to some accountants now that went to Macomb speak about their experiences and how they feel about it. There was a lot of positive feedback, and it inspired me to want to go into accounting, and I figured I'd go into managerial accounting because that's the class I had and I enjoyed it. Also, I'm thankful for the professor I had in that class because he did a good job of teaching, keeping the class engaged while still allowing them to understand the information. So if it wasn't for him, I may still not know what career I want to go into. The three main points I'll be talking about in this presentation are what a certified managerial accountant does and their goals, the certifications needed for it and the process of getting certified, and a 5-year outlook on the job. The purpose of this presentation is to find out if getting this certification is the best choice for me, with the time that I'll have to spend after getting a bachelor's degree of preparing for the exam and the extra money it will cost. And the scope is in the state of Michigan because I don't ever see myself leaving the state. So what are the goals of a certified managerial accountant? The main goal is to guide business decision making through financial and accounting information. The information they use is for internal use only for business managers. Another key goal of these accountants is to prepare business reports and evaluate performance. They also help decide what the cost of doing business is and help decide what the company should and should not invest in. Experience needed before starting the job. It is very helpful to get a certification as a Microsoft Office specialist or an MOS before starting a career as a certified managerial accountant. Getting this shows a comprehensive understanding of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, and is a strong asset for any accountant. Internships are also required before getting a job in this field. There are many available, and doing one well can lead to a full-time job one day. Salaries for this field. The base salary for a certified managerial accountant is $97,000. This can change depending on what type of job someone has and what company they work for. The end goal when it comes to salaries and a job would be to become a CFO or a chief financial officer. The base salary for them is $159,000 and can range from $89,000 to $241,000 a year. So the certification degree needed for the job. A bachelor's degree is required to be eligible to become certified. There's no specific bachelor degree that is needed, so someone can get an accounting degree or a business-related degree. There's a debate on whether it is more worth it to get an accounting degree or a business-related degree because getting a business-related degree could lead to being more versatile. My interview encourages getting an accounting degree because it will make it much easier to pass the 2 examinations to become certified, and it will allow me to be more prepared when I do start my first job. Certifications needed. There are many different types of certifications when it comes to the accounting world. The most common one is a CPA or a certified public accountant. Someone with this certification focuses on the regulatory side of finances and would have a big part in filing taxes for the company. The second most common certification is a CMA or a certified managerial accountant, which is what I plan on going into. Someone with this certification works on financial accounting, and their main roles are budgeting and financial planning. The process of becoming certified. There are 5 steps to becoming certified. The first one is to obtain a bachelor's degree. The second one is to get an IMA membership, which will help get prepared for the examinations. The third is to enroll in the CMA program, which will also give materials to help prepare for the examination, but it must be taken within 12 months of applying for the program. The fourth and most important step is to pass the exam. There are two 4-hour parts to the exam, and once that is completed, the fifth and final step is to get real-world experience. It is required to have 2 years of real-world experience before becoming certified. This can be done before taking the exams, but must be done within 7 years of passing the exam. So 5-year outlook, the required testing to stay certified every year. There are 2 tasks that must be done every year to stay certified. The first one is to complete 30 hours of continuing education in the field, and the second one is to pay for the IMA membership and the CMA maintenance fee every year. but the total for this is just over $100. Job outlook. Accounting jobs are expected to grow about 6% in the next 5 years, and there's projected to be about 136,000 new jobs every year. There's also a shortage in the jobs right now, as people have become less interested in the industry, and only 50% of people on average pass the test, which is not very high. Advantages. One of the main advantages to the job is that there's a shortage of accountants right now, which can lead to it becoming much easier to get a job once someone is certified. Also, every company needs someone in this field if they're going to be successful as they deal with the finances for the company. Since every company needs someone in this field, there's a wide variety of companies to work for, which makes it helpful to get a better job. Or even if someone is happy with their job, they can find a new job or always be on the lookout for a new job to increase their salary or become happier. Some disadvantages when it comes to this field. One of the main disadvantages is that it is becoming highly regulated and complex. So even if someone is certified, they have to stay up to date on all these changes every year or they'll do the job poorly. Failing to do this could lead to doing the job poorly and could be a setback for the company. Another disadvantage is that working long hours can be common at times. Depending on when a report is due or something else, working 60 hours a week can be common. With the combination of working these long hours and the critical thinking that is required for this job, it can become very stressful at times. Also, knowing that failing to do the job well will not only affect the individual, but the company as a whole, because it deals with the finances, can lead to stressful times as well. But if someone is able to stay up to date on all the regulation changes, get past the long hours, and be able to deal with the pressure of working for the company as a whole, I think they can still be very successful with this career. So in my interview, I interviewed John Churko, who was actually the professor I had in my managerial accounting class. One of the questions I asked him was, based on 100% being the total, what are the main tasks and associated percentages that involved with becoming a certified managerial accountant? He said that 30% is spent preparing reports for the VP or controller's department, 25% is spent coordinating financial operations, 20% is spent analyzing internal and external business risk, 15% is spent planning organizational and divisional budgets, and 10% is spent mentoring and supervising accounting staff. So to conclude, is this the certification for me and why? So after doing my research and completing this presentation, I've decided I will pursue a certification in managerial accounting. Yes, there can be long hours at times and it can get stressful at times, but I think I'll be able to see myself past that and get through that. Because of the way I was in my class last semester, I felt that I had a very good understanding of what I did, and after getting a degree, I feel like I'll be much more confident in it. Also, one of the main things for me is that after going through to the career event last semester and hearing these 5 accountants talk about the lifestyle they live and how they feel and how happy they were with their lives, they had no regrets in their decisions in college, and I feel that I won't have any regrets either. So with that said, I will pursue this certification. My next steps after knowing this is I will finish my academic career in Macomb this year, and then I will go to Oakland for 2 years where I will get a bachelor's in accounting. And after that, I will spend a few months studying for the examinations, hopefully pass them, and become a certified managerial accountant. And here's my Works Cited page. Thank you for listening.